Hey guys, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you've got a funny story or a problematic person in your life, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 412-204-6943. We love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like and subscribe on YouTube. Let's get into today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of those in between, all of the identifiers that I've said and not said, you know that we are a loving and all-encompassing podcast over here at the Problem. The collective y'all. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Welcome back to season 3 of the Problematic Podcast. My God, it feels like it's been a long time. But we're back. I would like to personally apologize for pushing our premiere back 1 week. I was a little under the weather.
She was in the hospital. I'm telling her business. Wow. She was in the hospital, and I need y'all to pray for my poor sweet friend.
Have to tell everybody that.
No, because they need to know. Listen, we're not like these podcasters out here who will podcast through like wounds and injuries. We rest.
Yeah, we were. I did need to rest. I was in the hospital. My lungs have been through a lot.
They left her body. They decided
they did. They took a break, and
they said we've had enough with life sustaining activities.
So yeah, they totally took a time out on me, but didn't tell me. So I did end up in the hospital, but I'm back now. Look, the devil thought he had me.
Listen,
but I'm out here heel toeing on the enemy. Y'all can't see it, but the heel toe is strong right now.
Get it.
So we are going to get right into it right off the bat. One happy Monday to everybody. This is an exceptionally happy Monday.
Glittery,
why is it a happy
sparkly
Monday? The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Cue up dreams and nightmares.
I know somebody somewhere. Just blast it, please and thank you.
So for all of those who are excited about the Eagles win, or maybe not excited about the Eagles win, but if you're looking for a team to cheer for, we will welcome you. The downtown Philly right now, it's
mayhem.
Ooh, child. They
mayhem.
We were talking about how they grease the poles to keep the Philadelphians from climbing on them. And my illustrious co-host has pointed out that Philadelphians, being the hardy bunch that we are, have already adapted our we have evolved in our levels of debauchery. Ensure that greasing the poles and the cops' presence will not stop Philadelphians from climbing these poles, hanging from stoplights, and celebrating. It's a sea of green downtown. And we are thrilled and we are excited. The city really needs this.
Yes.
The city needs this. I was saying to Whitney, after we won our Super Bowl in 2018, the city was different. Philadelphia has a reputation for being kind of mean and bad sports fans. However, after we won the Super Bowl, people were nice. People were at the Wawa holding doors for you. People would let you there was no fighting over parking spots. People would actually let you merge in the city.
Yeah, we'll wave at you.
Good 6. Everybody said good morning.
I was like, did I go south?
It was like a completely different city. And for anybody,
we became a southern city.
We did. And for everybody who's been keeping track of these crime stats in Philadelphia, y'all know, just like I know, we could really use something a little more positive in the city, because I don't think it's going to be a good year if we don't win the Super Bowl game. So
yeah, we should just go ahead and win it.
Yeah, so for everybody who belongs to a praying church, could you just please continue to send our good vibes, because we are going to the Super Bowl.
We're going to the bowl.
It is a big deal. I am so happy and hype. I was able to scream and jump around my living room and not with my lungs, and not put myself back in the hospital. So it was truly divine.
Listen, I'm glad you're here.
There was a time. There was about 20 minutes on last Saturday where I was like, damn, I'm about to really go be back with my grandparents that fast. I really didn't think that I was gonna see next Christmas.
Listen, you gotta stay. You gotta stay here, okay?
But look at me now.
Look at the Lord.
Won't he do it? Won't he?
He will. Won't he?
He'll show up. Might not come when you want him.
Listen, go keep them lungs in there. Shout out to lungs.
Shout out to lungs. Not mine though, because mine, I don't know. They
just been through some things.
They part-time employed. Like, this is a full-time job. If you can't work nights and weekends, just say that and we can go find some more. You can't just take off a weekend when your lungs.
Listen, no, you have to stay active. Like the heart and the brain, y'all kind of have to just keep going.
Yeah, I kind of need you on board with me.
Yeah, we all have to work it out.
They wasn't fooling with me, but that's all good. I ain't worried about that now. God has brought me back just in time to see my boys take it to the 49ers, and I don't know who we're gonna play. For those who don't know, when we record, this is a Sunday night, so we don't even know what the Bengals and the KC score is. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We are going.
We are going. We know who's gonna be there. We gonna be there.
So, it don't matter.
To everybody who was a hater, everybody who gave me a hard time and tried to say my birds was illegitimate and we didn't play tough enough teams.
Well,
your mama. That's how I feel. That's what I got to say.
No, Cher, you know what? You have the floor.
Your mama. And if your grandma's still here, her too, with that crooked, crusty wig of hers.
Oh, don't talk about her. She just wants to go to the bank.
Can I share something with you? My mom tried to call me toxic because I said if I was in an unhealthy relationship, which I'm not, things are happy at home.
I know you little marrieds. You're so cute.
But like, people go around cheating on their partners and stuff, and that's wrong. Mm-hmm. And I was simply saying that if I found myself in one of those relationships, I think the best way to hurt the person who hurt you is to shoot up their grandma's house. Or not like actually shoot their grandma. Like, no, don't make that face. You're not actually shooting their grandma. It's the tactic to scare their grandma. So their grandma's sitting in the house watching Golden Girls or whatever grandmas watch nowadays. You broke my heart, so now I'm going to break out all your grandma's windows in the front of her house and shoot out the back windows of her car. Because you're not just going to hurt me and get away with it. You got to listen. You know who cheaters love? Their grandmas. You want to hurt a cheater back? Shoot their grandma house up.
I see we are back in our regular patterns.
I'm wrong?
Yes.
Would you not be devastated if somebody shot your grandma's house up?
I wouldn't be cheating, but also please don't leave the grandmamas out of it. That's the first thing.
My mom said the grandmas are innocent, and I was like,
the grandmas don't have nothing to do with it.
They don't, but neither did the cheating. That ain't had nothing to do with me, but you broke my heart anyway. So guess what?
You know.
I hope Mother Bethel can duck, because if she can't,
not Mother Bethel, the church.
Don't cheat.
Terrible.
Don't cheat if you don't want your grandma's house. Shut up.
Half of the half of the problematic podcast does not agree with violence.
Whatever. Okay. It's not violence. We're not hurting the grandmas. We're doing property damage. And getting her blood pressure up. So then you gotta call an ambulance, but she fine, she cool. They just run her stats and everything, and she's
please don't do this.
But you get your hypertensive grandma all worked up, and then you think about cheating next time, because next time I might not miss Granny. Write that down.
Y'all, Marita's married, so this doesn't matter.
This doesn't apply to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If I was in a toxic relationship, I'm
gonna call your wife and make sure she's okay.
And then somebody was cheating on me, then that somebody could probably expect for me to at least put a couple of BBs through their grandma's car windshield. But that's not me, and that's not who I am. But for the more toxic listeners out there, I mean, that's one to put in your back pocket. Property damage to the grandma. You know how upset you would be if somebody you was messing with came and tore your grandma's stuff up?
That's fighting. But here's the thing: we're not messing with. First of all, we're not messing with nobody, because you don't.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Just break up.
Yeah, that's
break
true.
up. Just break up. Like, if you're having those issues, go to therapy, talk to your partner, and then do some stuff first, and then break up. And then you could gallivant wherever you want.
I'm very big on passive aggressive displays of violence. And I don't mean
I
actual
was that
violence.
passive
No, I'm
aggressive.
not. The shooting up the grandmother's house is definitely
It's very aggressive.
That's the highest level of aggression. It doesn't get much worse than that. But I'm very much for like stealing all your left shoes, taking all the backs off your earrings.
I've done that.
Cutting the hood off the favorite hoodie. Yeah, now it's a sweatshirt. Enjoy that. I hope it rains.
It's a crew neck.
I hope it rains. It's a crew neck now. Yes, I'm cutting the hood off your hoodies if you upset me. You don't have no hoodies now. You just
takes the seams out.
Yes.
Yes. As soon as you try to go put it on, it
yes. I'm going to cut your shoestrings, but leave them in your shoes. So when you go to pull them and tie them, they all fall apart. That's how you going to work today.
When you're late.
Yes, when you're late. I'm bending your car key, but not breaking it all the way. So you're not going to notice it until you go and try and put it in. Now your car key bent. It's not broken. And now you got to explain that down at the Chevy dealership, your bent car key. I'm taking a screen out your kitchen window.
We're back, guys. We're back.
That's just the kind of problematic things I would do if I was in a problematic situation, but I'm a much better person now. Between therapy and reestablishing my relationship with Christ, I'm doing pretty good. Amen. I am,
you look good.
Almost dying really put some things into perspective.
Yeah, it will. It will. No, because I was thinking about like me being in the hospital and like I don't know if I told you my traumatic birth story. I won't.
You did.
Yeah, I have a thug life tattoo is what I call it. My C-section scars, my thug life tattoo. It reminds me where I came from.
You should
what I've been through.
Honestly, get a tattoo right over it that says thug life.
That would be amazing.
With arrows.
I feel like my daughter would really like hate me for that when she
gets
I don't
think she would. I think she would think that was cool. I'm going to recommend it to my mother.
Maybe. All right. So there's this thing that when she turns 15, I'll be turning 50. And so I was like, okay, maybe we'll do a 15-50 something. And if she's into like, well, she won't be getting body art at 15.
Matching tattoos.
Matching not at 15.
Matching face tattoos.
Not at 15.
Matching face tattoos.
This is getting very problematic.
I'm sorry.
So fast. Like,
I'm sorry. Okay. That was too
much. But anyway, she can get her ears pierced or something. I was
Are her ears pierced already? No. Y'all didn't pierce that baby's ears.
We've been living through COVID.
Don't pierce that baby's ears.
Like right now?
Yeah, right now.
Go grab a sewing needle.
Yes. Put your microphone down.
No, girl.
Get your grandma over there and gotta get the ears pierced that way. It's gotta go that way. It's the only way to do it.
See, at many doctor's appointments, like they have not doctor's appointments, but pediatricians, they have somebody there on staff who can pierce their ears. The one we go to does not. And we were in the middle of COVID, so I wasn't going to take her to like a piercer to go do it. So now she's like 2, and I'm afraid like when we do it, she's going to pull it out.
Yeah, now she 2. She got options. I gotta wait. She can protest.
Yeah.
Now she got to wait till she's 12.
And she will protest.
Damn.
She almost tore this office up to get a flu shot. Let me wait. Am I allowed to share a moment where I was problematic?
Absolutely. Go for it.
So, hello, listeners. If you are in the medical profession and you're collecting blood from someone's toddler, please don't drop the vial.
Oh my God!
And spill the blood all over the floor after you've collected blood from their toe. So we're in the office. She's nervous because she's been here before, and my child has a incredible memory, like really good memory. So she knows what's up. She won't let us put her down. She don't want to sit on the crinkle paper. She don't want to do nothing. No,
none of it.
No, I'm right up.
Highly skeptical. Very
and don't even want daddy. And she loves daddy. They like this. They besties. But when I tell you she's like up under my neck, just like, listen, I will crawl back inside of you.
I come to this place and they hurt me here.
Yes. Essentially. And that's sad, but it's true. I'm like, but it's to keep you alive. Long and the short, the doctor comes in. We love our doctor. Shout out to Dr. Clark. We love our doctor. Our doctor is sweet. Our doctor is great. The nurse this time had got on my nerves because I was saying, like, I was trying to warn her, like, hey, she's really strong. So be careful when you go stick this needle in. She might grab. I was just like being funny. She's like, oh, we have 3 adults here. We can hold her down. I'm like,
oh, okay. Now it's traumatic. All right.
Ma'am.
Now who's being problematic?
We're not going to hold down my daughter to get a shot.
It sounds like that's what they were
saying.
I
will hug her just to keep her hands away, but I'm not going to like strap her down. I'm not trying to traumatize my kid to get a flu shot. That's what we're not going to do. So she's like, oh yeah, we also have to collect blood. And I'm like, fine. All right, whatever. So when they collect blood from the tinies, they collect it from their toe. Because if they try to get it from their fingers, they'll like squeeze their fingers and like, So she has to cut her toe. And my poor baby, she is just howling, just crying, just sobbing, right? And so the lady gets like, she has to prick her foot and then like take the vial and like kind of drag it to get the blood out. So that hurts. That's torture. It hurts her. So after a few times, she says she's collected enough blood.
And she dropped it. Girl, that's it. That's
the vial. And when I said, like, I think like my child is still crying when the ladies drop it. She's like, oh no. And Earl goes like real silent. My husband goes real silent. And I think I like spoke for the entire office when I was like, are you kidding me? There was almost an expletive there, but my child was right there.
You so much better than me because I'd have been in there cussing. Me, my baby, my husband. We all in here cussing because guess where the next vial is coming out of? Not my child.
Not my child. She said, oh no, I still have enough left in the vial.
Oh yeah.
Like, you better have. Because listen, you're not gonna do.
Nurse Ratchet, we're not coming back here and doing this again.
You're not torturing my kid. Like, that's too much. She's 2. Well, she wasn't even 2 at the time. She was like 1.5, almost 2. But I'm like, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. Like, are you crazy?
Next pile of blood is coming out of you, ma'am.
I was almost problematic. I really was. My husband was right there. He gave me the glare. I was like, listen, get her. Get her before I get her.
So proud of you. You handled that wonderfully because my wife would have been like, Rita, we need you to step out. And I'd have just had to step out.
Not step
because why was you in here dropping stuff?
First of all, the suggestion about holding my child down and then just going in and like doing whatever you have to do. Everybody's already full of anxiety. Me, my husband, my child. Everybody's already full of anxiety. My kid is in pain. Like, what are you doing?
And you out here dropping stuff, Handsy McGee? Nah, pass. Go ahead and... Yeah, no, you're going to have to get a new nurse. But I'm glad you handled that well. I'm very happy that Earl didn't have to choke nobody. Look at God. Won't he do it? Bringing us out. Bringing me out the hospital, keeping you out of jail. He just keeps covering us.
Covering us. Hallelujah.
Us. Won't he do it? He does it every time.
Hey.
I'm glad things worked out. We're gonna go ahead and pivot because I'm actually very interested to get the answer to this question because it's been so long. What have you been listening to?
Okay.
Oh,
so a lot of different things. You're so funny. A lot of different things. I think I talked about EMWAK. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But EM as in Molly. Mm-hmm. Yes. WAK. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to butcher it. Okay. But his music is beautiful. My favorite song right now, it's between Ambivalence and T and 8. Yeah. There's like 3 songs that I really, really like, and they come on repeat regularly.
Ambivalence? Give it to me one more time. I'm taking notes.
Ambivalence. Tea, like what you drink.
Okay.
Oh shoot. And Ache.
All right now.
Yes. Very, very good music. Very, very chill. It's like neo soul.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Like, you know how we had neo soul?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up to the 21st century with like
it's new neo soul.
Yeah. It's like sparkly new neo soul. Yes.
I'm here for it.
It's Gen Z neo soul.
Are they old enough to have neo soul?
They're right behind us. We gotta stop talking about them like this.
Oh no, they're all 12 in my head.
No, girl, they right behind us.
No disrespect. There's no disrespect to Gen Z because I love Gen Z because I love how everything. Listen, y'all will turn everything into a fight. Everything is a fight with y'all.
I'm just want to fight
because millennials are kind of like. Millennials are kind of tired now. We're just like, weary. Our back hurts. We're going to bed early. But y'all be like, what? Y'all are being mean to trans people. Y'all don't put y'all lids back on y'all trash cans.
Nope,
not recycling. Y'all be ready to fight everybody over everything.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. Y'all actually might give the boomers more headaches than we did. And that is impressive. May the boomers never know rest.
Never.
Ever. May they never know rest.
Yeah, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve peace.
Y'all don't. Look what
y'all ruined everything.
Look what you did to us.
Look at the planet. It's y'all's fault. Look at the whole situation with credit.
Fire. A dumpster fire. Banks are failing. How did the banks fail? Y'all got all the money.
Y'all got all the money.
If the bank ain't got money, what happened? You know how bad you have to screw up for the bank to not have money?
Eggs are $85.72.
So let me tell y'all something. My mama is here from Spain. My mama live in Spain. Got a job in Spain. Got a very nice house in Spain. She is done with America, honey. She said all the time. She'd be like, oh, it is so ghetto over there. I don't know how you live there, Rita. You should just move. So, of course, my lungs decided to fall out. So she's in town. We went to the market.
Oh, no. Why'd you do this? I could already tell this
every 5 minutes, she would pick up something and bring it to me and be like, isn't this price all the time? Yes, Mom. Eggs are $8. Bacon is $10. Yes, everything is expensive. Pickles, bacon bits, chicken wings, everything is expensive.
Bread,
she could not believe it. She was like, I cannot believe you live like this. But I do. I'm sorry. The price of eggs, if I can start like an egg laying factory, if I can get some chickens, I could be the next Nino Brown.
Listen, out here.
Groceries are so damn expensive.
Disrespectfully so.
Eating is actually not becoming a necessity. It's slowly becoming a non-necessity. I don't actually need to eat every day.
I have a growing child. I have no choice.
Oh, well, that's nice, but I don't actually have to eat every day. That's actually
you should.
Not required.
Now, we just talked about your lungs falling out. You want your stomach to leave too? My stomach will go on strike.
Actually, I would like my stomach to leave. If this stomach,
the organ,
the
organ,
that would be great.
I'm talking about
how do I sign up for that?
I quit.
You quit? Oh, fine. I'll try and eat a meal a day, but I just feel like.
Can we get to like 3? Thank you.
Whatever.
3
like
of them.
Being an overachiever, you're very overzealous. Just be happy that
care about my friends.
I had water today, and maybe I'll have a breadstick later.
If you call me again and tell me you're in the hospital after you get well, we are fighting. Okay, I'm gonna wait till you get well.
I seen that's why I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna call my mom either. She came here and she said she wasn't gonna fuss at me. She's been fussing at me since she got here.
It's love. It's a love fuss.
It is a love fuss. It's a whole lot of sit your ass down. I told you about all that moving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not 12.
Yo, becoming a mom and the love fuss, it put everything into perspective because yeah, because you're responsible for keeping this person alive. You want to kind of keeping alive, and so you're like, okay, fine. I'm a fuss at you, and I'm fussing at my 2-year-old. She don't understand English half the time, so I'm like, all
right. She'd be like, okay, girl.
Listen,
I made out about 60% of that, and what it sounds like is a whole bunch of fussing.
So I can't jump off of this. No, you can't jump off of the.
Why?
I think I'm gonna try it. No,
Why?
Please don't.
Why?
Then jumps off the couch, and then it's my problem.
And she's still alive, and you just over there fussing. Look, everybody won, and you still fussing. Make sense.
It's still my problem. She makes it my problem when she gets a boo-boo. Hey, the boo-boo, you gotta kiss it. And
you
like,
do.
Okay,
that's
fine.
your job. I mean, she does her job, you do yours. I get the boo-boos, you kiss them.
I'm exhausted.
Everybody got hired for their skill set, and now you upset about it. I am.
You know what, Negro? What have you been listening to? Oh wait, am I allowed to say that word?
Yes, you're. I think we're still allowed to say Negro.
I think we were cussing by the end of last season.
We were. We're gonna try and do better this year, but
maybe.
No promises. Maybe.
So
Popcorn came out with a new album, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but what I have been listening to consistently since it came out, I'm still playing Kendrick Lamar's album, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. That's kind of been my thing. That's that
therapy rap.
Yeah, pretty much. I just need the good healthy stuff. Also, my wife put together this really good. It's a playlist of just 90s and early 2000 girls groups. So I've been listening to a lot of Brownstone,
Oh,
and 702. Like, this
you had a good
playlist
time.
is pretty damn impressive.
You had a good old time.
I'm like, where my girls at? From the front to back. Just neck rolling like I had a man and I was sick of all of his stuff. Like, it was
like
crazy.
you had
Trying
a
to take my
man.
man. See, I don't need that. Don't play yourself. What? Yes, that's pretty much been my mood lately. I haven't gotten into a lot of new stuff this week, but there are a few new releases. So next week I'm going to be on par, with me being, I'm using the hospital for every excuse now. Like, if
that's fine.
Call you back,
it's a good one.
I was in the hospital. Yeah, all week. It was crazy.
I gave birth until she turned 2. I'm like, yeah, I gave birth.
I would still be using it because that's pretty significant. But
listen,
I just had a baby, so
like, I had a whole baby.
Mm-hmm. So
that child is 15 years old, Whitney, and
did
I have her if I didn't give her birth?
Did I have her or not?
Right.
I don't understand.
Get out of my face with that.
I just thought it was a good excuse. But yeah, I'm gonna catch up on new music, so I'm gonna come much harder next week. I'm gonna have a whole litany of things to discuss as far as music is concerned. But right now, I know this is late because it's like, I don't know, the 30th. It's the end of January. But did you have New Year's resolutions? No,
I don't do New Year's resolutions. I do intentions.
Oh, well, let's hear about that.
Well, you're so funny. So I stopped doing New Year's resolutions because I would never make them. I would never achieve them. I get to my birthday and it's just like, what's a resolution, girl? But I have an intention. And so, like, instead of saying like I want to lose 45 pounds or like whatever, I'm using this as an example because I don't have an intention to lose weight.
I would like to lose 45 pounds. If anybody's got any ideas, hit the podcast email.
My intention is I want to be healthier. And when you set an intention, you have to end it with the phrase "so that," and you have to fill in the blank. So I'm like, I want to be healthier so that, and my "so that" was so I could play with my kid without getting winded.
You said winded, and now I'm triggered.
Oh no, sorry.
My life is just me being my life is just me being winded. No, I like that. I gotta be a little bit more intentional. I didn't have any New Year's resolutions. I did set up like a bunch of goals that I wanted to do.
Goals are good.
And thus far I'm doing pretty good on them. No resolutions. I'm definitely, if anybody's got the secret to weight loss, please email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com. We're always looking for questions, comments, and concerns. But outside of that, no. I do have an issue or gripe.
What's the gripe?
It has nothing to do with New Year's resolutions, but I needed to touch on this separate from me celebrating the Eagles' victory. So, my favorite auntie Anita, she sang the national anthem for the NFC Championship game, which my Eagles won. And of course, when I got on the Satan's internet, because it ain't Outdoors internet, this is the internet of hell. Of course, when I got on it,
why would you go? That's the first thing. That's the first question. You know it's gonna be a mess.
I was gonna live tweet during the game. So my intention was I'm gonna live.
Oh, you had work to do
during the game because that's the good, happy, positive thing to do, to be with my African American brethren on the Black Twitter. But they was cooking my auntie because they were saying, she sing kind of low. She got the y'all know how auntie sing, and the Star Spangled Banner kind of high, like up here. She be
very
with
high.
The angel.
She's sultry and sultry.
Chill. Yeah, and it didn't quite line up the way that the fans wanted it to line up. And I'm just here to tell anybody who is disrespectful enough to say anything negative about
we fight for Auntie Anita.
Watch your mouth when you speak about Anita Baker. I don't care if she went up there and spun on her head and missed every note. You watch your mouth when you're talking about a legend. You don't say nothing negative about Anita Baker.
We can fight right now. We can fight
right now.
She is sacred to the culture.
I will, bad lungs and all.
Y'all are anti-black. Y'all are anti-black. Don't die. Wait.
Oh, God.
You gotta breathe.
I'm breathing.
Wait. Do I need to call Shay?
No, you don't. But that made me think of something.
What?
So, the other day, I was watching a video, and I will say this choir was very diverse. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying anything negative, but it was a mixed choir. I mean, blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics. It looked like the
world.
But they were singing Sounds of Blackness.
No, wait. Stop.
Optimistic. And I was like,
girl. No.
At my wife.
Ready for Black History Month?
I looked at my wife and I looked at my phone. I was like, I'm not saying this is racist. I'm not saying that. I just feel like it's microaggressive. I just feel like you got to have a certain percentage of African American singers on your choir. And the percentage has got to be at least 75% African American or African
more Black people
before you can sing a song by a group called the Sounds of Blackness.
They're called the Sounds of Blackness.
They're called.
That's what their name is. That means you need more blackness.
Sounds of Blackness.
Why would you even touch that song? Who heard that song? It was like, let me not act this out. Never mind.
I think my choir can sing this. I was like, oh. That's a little microaggressive. I can't explain how or why yet, but
that's anti-black also. No, because I saw a video of a this is the shit.
Oh,
that
God.
Infuriates me. I saw a video. I'm laughing because I'm frustrated. I saw a video on TikTok, minding my own scrolling. Came across my For You page. And it is of a Martin Luther King Day tribute. I'm like, oh, cute. I love that.
Oh, God.
Friend, it was African drumming and African dancing. There was not anyone.
Where were the Africans?
There was not a single person from the African diaspora. It was very European. Very, very, very excited. I got this kente cloth from Joann's Fabrics. And shout out to Joann's Fabrics.
Shout out to Joann's.
Yeah, and we threw together some moves we saw on YouTube. We saw from the YouTube. I said, but it's Martin Luther King. What does this have to like?
What are we doing here?
Anti-black.
This feel a little race. I ain't gonna call it racist, but it's feeling real racial.
Something about this is racist.
Something about this is racist. We can't quite put our finger
on it. But something about this. But
there is a grand wizard and a pointy cap in here somewhere.
Right there. Like, why are we doing African drumming for Martin Luther King Day? Like, yes, he too is black. You can't
call it African drumming if the Africans aren't drumming.
Oh, shit.
It's gotta be called something else.
Call it something else. You gotta call it something else.
Not African drumming.
It's not African drumming.
The drums and the drummer have to be African or African-ish.
Listen, in the diaspora.
We'll take a lot of the diaspora, but
diaspora. Yes, please be from the diaspora. Whew, that wore me out.
Girl, listen.
I'm tired now.
You are not the only one. I probably could have lived without that information.
I'm sorry, friend.
That just kind of hurt my feelings.
I'm gonna text it to you later.
Oh,
so you can show Shay.
I feel like the best pods come in Black History Month because I remember how badly y'all ruined my Black History Month last year and the year before. Girl. I did not forget. I didn't forget.
I remember disrespectful over these 28 days. It's like, let's dogpile the blacks.
But it's okay. I'm ready for y'all this year. I am going to be in my kente garb and my African armor, and I'm coming with a soulful West African Cameroonian style dance. And I'm going to be prepared for y'all. Y'all are not going to knock me off my square and knock me off my element this year. I'm prepared for y'all. Y'all are not going, I'm not going to let y'all do it. I don't care how hard y'all try.
And any inconvenience that comes up, I will be loudly shouting, not during Black History Month.
Not this month.
Like any inconvenience. I'm talking about not being able to find a parking space. I'm talking about.
What do you mean there's an hour wait at the Applebee's?
What do you mean? This is anti-Black, not during Black History Month, and I'm gonna be loud about it.
This is not really what we march for.
Where is my favorite pen? I did not intend to lose this pen during Black History Month. Where is it at?
I will end it all. I will end everything. I'm saying all of that to say, don't talk about Anita Baker. We're not having that. Please don't do no songs by Songs of Blackness. Sounds of Blackness. If you're not 75% African descent in your choir, I mean, you can, but we're just gonna look at you funny. And please don't ruin my Black History Month that's coming up. Well, I know y'all gonna try, but I'm not gonna allow it. We'll see. You think they're gonna let us live?
Nope.
Probably not. But we're gonna do the best we can.
No hope.
We are going to take this opportunity on the Problematic Podcast to play a quick game of off-season banter. This is a new game, and this is literally just giving quick updates on all the stuff we didn't get to talk about that happened while we were off the air. Are you ready for this, Whitney?
I'm never prepared, but I will do my best.
You don't even know what's on this list, I don't think. So
incredibly nervous.
I just need your quick, fast gut response to the following topics. Are you ready? You go.
I'm going to do my best.
You go, and then I'm going to go, and then you'll go again. You ready? First topic. Britney Griner is home.
Hallelujah. Middle finger to the racists.
And the Russians. The racists. Lord Jesus. The racists and the Russians.
I'm calling them that. The racists.
Go to hell. I'm very, very happy, very, very pleased that Britney Griner's home. And y'all know me. I've been on this podcast. I've been on other people's podcasts, and I've said, Britney Griner is a fuckboy. She's been one of my favorite fuckboys. But y'all know, if you follow a little bit of her personal life and her past relationships, she's been. She had the gays out here looking a little crazy with some of her antics. But that woman to have spent all of those months in Russia, be convicted of something that I understand we had to follow international laws, but anybody who was pretending that her incarceration wasn't politically driven is ridiculous. I'm happy that BG is home. I look forward to seeing BG play to her fullest potential again. And I'm thrilled because we literally had episodes dedicated to freeing Britney Griner. So it would feel wrong to not circle back. So congratulations to Britney, her wife, and to everybody who played a role in getting her home. Are you ready? You ready for the next one?
I'm not sure.
You're going to love this.
Okay.
Your favorite rapper, Tory Lanez.
Lock him up. Lock him up. No wigs in jail. No lace fronts in jail, Tory. You, Daystar, Sunstar, OnStar, all y'all stars. Every star can go to jail. Lock them up.
1 star because it's a review. 0 stars. Oh my God.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. All of them can go. Everybody's going to jail.
That should be his Black prison name. Twinkle, twinkle, because he's a little star. Because he's so tiny. That needs to be his. Tory Lanez, my daughter's
favorite song. Stop it.
Tory Lanez's new prison name needs to be Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Daystar. Because that's his name. Tory Lanez has
Morning Star. All y'all can go to hell. Every one of y'all. All of them.
I'm laughing because that Tory Lanez has the best / worst lace fronts in the history of lace fronts. That's
Truly.
1. 2, this man actually shot this woman.
Yeah.
And was convicted of shooting this woman. And what amazes me is like, even with all of the evidence, because I was really big on this podcast about saying, you know what, I don't need to rush to judgment. I believe victims and I believe Black women when they say that they've been harmed. I also do believe in due process.
Yeah.
And I was very, very adamant about not speaking until the trial played itself out. And it has.
And it has.
It has come and it has gone. And those 2 weeks were very, 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 very ghetto on Twitter. But I will say this. He has been convicted now. And I hope that he takes his time in prison while he's doing all his little talent shows and singing his little heart out, that he actually takes some time to reflect on how he got here. Because it's like, to me, he has to win like Gaslighter of 2022.
100%.
Because
100%.
And I know there's people who's like, well, he didn't do it, or he didn't do it on purpose, or the friend did it. Regardless, let's take all of that off the table. I'm in the car with 3 people that I know and I end up shot. That means one of you 3 did it.
Yeah.
And if one of you 3 saw someone do it and didn't say anything,
right,
you're just as culpable as far as I'm concerned. As far, like, maybe not from a legal standpoint, but I'm in the car with 2 people who are my friends and then a security guard. So even if you're standing,
you're an accessory,
standing here saying you didn't do it, but you're not standing here as somebody who was not partnered in a relationship, but clearly shared some sort of intimate time. Crazy. Anyway, he can do all his singing and dancing and his high-pitched blues covers in jail. I hear he's got
high-pitched blue covers.
I hear he's got Casey Anthony's attorney for his appeal. So
it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help.
Yeah, Tory Lanez is not.
They got that white woman not to go to jail. Use the nigga.
That attorney is not gonna turn you into a white woman. It's not.
No.
And anytime that anybody is in jail, it's not a time to celebrate or rejoice. So I don't want it to come off like that. But again, this woman, whether you believed he did it or you didn't do it, like, it's the proof is clear. That girl was shot. Over a fight, whether it be over a man or whether it be over her distance.
Doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. I was in the car out of the vehicle with these people,
and she was walking away.
Up shot.
She lost feeling in part of her foot.
Like, this is nuts.
She still has shrapnel in there.
And but he was the first person. His first album that he released after that was saying, like, you sat there and gaslight her and said she didn't even get shot, because if she had been shot in the foot, how it missed all the bones and tendons. You knew she was shot. Whether you wanted to admit that you did it or not, and then you sat there and lit that girl. It's like,
and she tried to save your life. She tried to save your life. She tried to save your life. We're in the middle of the George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor protest, and she was like, "We shouldn't even be out anyway. It's the middle of COVID. Why are we even out?"
Right.
And here come the Popo because you shot her in the foot. And let me tell you, I would have been singing like every canary. I would have been singing like the Sounds of Blackness choir.
I would have been Celine Dion on that sidewalk with shrapnel in my foot.
Shot me. He shot me.
This nigga with the bad lace front and the ashy ass corners of his mouth shot me. Somebody needs to have him arrested.
Singing. Nope. She said she saved your life. She saved your life, and you repaid her by being she didn't even press charges. This was the state. This was the state of California versus Daystar, whatever his last name is.
Twinkle Twinkle. Daystar Twinkle Twinkle. And I could not.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was like, this is ghetto. So, like,
I would also like to say, Megan's sexual past and prowess has nothing to do with the fact that she got shot. You can't slut shame someone, and think that that's going to be a reason to shoot them, unless you are a person who is.
Imagine everybody who got shot and survived and they ran out. Well, how many people have you slept with? Because that's going to determine if we care or not.
Girl.
Like, all y'all raggedy, naked cousins and all your family members, like, imagine that was the standard to protect your loved ones. Like,
No.
you've been a little busy this year.
Not a little busy.
We don't care. Like,
no.
come, y'all only do this to Black women.
Only Black women.
It's old. It's tired. It's ridiculous. Please, let's make it the last time. And my thing is, like, y'all tried to slut shame the girl who raps about being a city girl and like
she enjoys sex.
Y'all want this girl to be a lying ass rapper, like y'all favorite ass rapper, so bad because if she rap about how she actually lived, then she a hoe and you hate her, and then she rap about things that she don't live, and she's still a hoe and y'all like still hate her for not being real. And it ain't even because she's tall. Like because she's tall. I just found out Taylor Swift is 5'11".
That's a whole different group of people that we gonna talk about later. Then it ain't
because then it ain't about height.
I don't like them either. No. That's the Swifties are different. The Swifties are different. The hot girls. We talk about the hot girls over here.
Yeah, like
we'll talk about the Swifties another time.
Yeah, who's the girl that everybody loves? Who's on that show where all the kids do the drugs? But she was also in the Marvel movie. Oh my God, Zendaya. She's tall too. She's like 5'10". Oh. And Megan, I had no idea she was that tall either. Yeah, it's not about height. Y'all just hate this Black woman. Y'all hate to see a confident.
They do. Confident. She's tall. She's talented. She's beautiful. She's rich.
I really don't see
about the things that she enjoys.
And if y'all don't like her rap, that's fine because there's a lot of rappers that I don't enjoy. But I also don't feel the need
like someone.
And there's a lot of rappers I don't like. But yeah, it's a ton. I could start and y'all would be like, "Boo, this girl sucks. She hates hip hop." But that's just
fine,
right? It's. Leave Megan alone. I'm glad that she got some semblance of justice because y'all were not letting her live. That girl has been through enough. And I hope that during his incarceration, he figures out what he gonna do with his hair because those lace fronts that he was wearing to court were the worst.
And y'all need to thank Megan because the way some of y'all were out here just slandering her name, should have pulled a Cardi on half
and sued everybody. Yeah. Lawsuit. Give me my bread.
She could have. She has not. So I want y'all to be a little bit more careful. Be a little bit more gentle about the things that you say. Okay.
Just moving forward. Just if you could. I have one more for you. I know you don't follow the foosball. Foosball is not really your thing. Have you heard
like the table?
No, like football.
Like football. The table foosball?
No, football, actual football. This is a question about college football. Have you been following the Ed Reed Bethune-Cookman story?
Oh, girl. Not intentionally. Against my will.
Not on purpose. Not if you can help it. Well, I will give my commentary. So y'all know Deion Sanders went and did his HBCU football stint and eventually chose to go to what most would call a PWI, a predominantly white institution. And y'all gave him hell. And then, of course, star defender Ed Reed decides he wants to go and coach at Bethune-Cookman. And apparently he had a few issues with his accommodations, and he went and picked up his cell phone, which is always a bad idea. If you're upset or sad or angry, you should probably throw your phone out of the window. Journal. Get yourself an old-fashioned ink pen and write this shit down because
write it down.
Don't trick yourself out of a job like Ed did. So he got on the internet, he went live, and he pretty much told what his experience was. His office wasn't cleaned out. The facilities were kind of run down. He was disappointed with the student body and the way the girls dressed. I'm not going to address him addressing how the girls dress because we could spend all day talking about how the students on college campuses dress. But I find it very interesting that he only targeted women. But I'm not going to go there. I've been on a college campus. I spent 4 years there. Nobody dresses like they're supposed to because it's college. I'm here to learn, drink ridiculous amounts of caffeine or alcohol, if that's your thing, and try and get a 4-year degree. I'm not here to dress up. But anyway, he went on this tirade about how he felt disrespected. The school didn't clean out his office and blah, 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 blah. And that only upset me because Bethune-Cookman has been in the news several times over the past few years, from almost from struggling with maintaining its accreditations to enrollment. So it's like you're taking a circumstance where you took this handshake job and eventually Bethune-Cookman rescinded his job offer. It annoyed me because, it might have been the truth. It might have been the truth. Everything that you encountered could have been accurate, 100%.
Oh, completely.
But there's no fucking way you didn't know that before you did your handshake deal to go coach there. You didn't do you didn't know anything about the school. Nothing. You thought you were going to get state-of-the-art facilities because you're a former Super Bowl winner and you're a defensive player of the year. This is the hope, I'm sure what Bethune-Cookman was hoping was that you could have a little bit of the impact that Deion Sanders has had at Jackson and come in and, really revive interest in the school sports. They have less than 3,000 students. How much money did you think we're going to go into the facilities? Yeah, they could have cleaned out your office. That doesn't cost any money for the last coach to get his office out. But you also hadn't signed a contract yet. And that's why your ass doesn't have a job now. Because you went on and you complained about this. And again, this is an esteemed, prestigious, older HBCU. It is known throughout the Black community, not just in the South, but throughout the entire United States. And just like other HBCUs, it's having very similar struggles. You can't sit here and act all high and mighty like you didn't know that. And everybody says, well, that's how he talks. That's how he delivers things. And that's fine. And now his ass ain't got a job. He don't need the job. But now your ass
don't need it.
Go do something else. Because clearly you weren't up for the actual challenge of what you were going into. You thought this was something different. And that's crazy.
Like something sweet.
Yeah.
It's just, I hate this, that we are in this age of you have to complain in order to make waves. Like, I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. It's messy. I get it. It's beneath, and I'm saying that with quotation marks, y'all, beneath your standards. Right. But at the same time, you knew what you were getting into. You knew what you were getting into. If you were going to do it right, if you were going to pull a Deion, this was an opportunity for you to advance the school, not to advance yourself.
Right. Like
sir,
what job do you think that you can just hop up and just insult your future employer and that everything was going to go okay for you? It's kind of embarrassing. It is. And it like everybody's saying, oh, well, you know how he is. He's always been outspoken. That's fine.
There's a difference between being outspoken and being disrespectful. Like, there's a difference. And if you really cared, if you really wanted to make a difference, like, this is the stuff that you talk about, like with administrators, with people who could actually affect change. What are we going to do out here
on live? What did you want me to do? Come down there and clean out your office?
Other than judge the school? Like, and we have to be honest about this. This is the type of stuff we need to be more honest about. Like, what kind of response did you want? Because if you wanted change affected, you need to talk to the administrators. You need to talk to the faculty. You need to talk to staff. You need to talk to the some of the parents, that are they're paying for these students to go. What are we going to do other than make it messy? What are we going to do? You came on there to complain. And I need people to like get this in their mind. Like, okay, you got what you came for.
Yeah.
You came on to complain. You wanted to humiliate the school. You wanted to humiliate the school, and you got what you wanted. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? I feel Gabrielle, you did it in my spirit. Did you get the job?
Did you get the job? Did you get the promotion? Is your life better now?
Yeah. I felt it in my spirit. So yeah.
I'm gonna end it right there. But I had to get your opinion on it because I'm like, as a person who is not as good as you at playing on the internet, I'm sure that you see people who use the internet wrong all the time and be like, oh wow, that was awful. And what he did was
just
awful.
Terrible.
It's ghetto. Yeah. It is ghetto.
It is trailer park sludge.
It's not giving what it needs to give on
it never gave.
It's too much. Oh, last thing. Did you know that Kanye West got remarried? Y'all know I love any opportunity to be like, what the hell is wrong with Kanye West?
To a Kimberly lookalike.
I didn't know that.
She looks just like her. She looks just like her. So I saw a picture because when I saw it, I like scrolled because I'm like, of course he did. To like his Yeezy designer. But yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. See, now we're getting messy. Just with the
I was only gonna say I'm gonna keep Kanye West lifted in prayer. I said instead
better
of
than me
talking bad about him all year, I'm actually gonna pray for that man. I'm trying to send a quick prayer up once a week. Just Lord, please help.
That
Kanye.
is what happens when you disrespect your own people, the ancestors.
Yeah,
the ancestors. They took almost your billions.
Yeah.
Now look at you walking around here with these duck boots on.
You just a Nazi with a knockoff wife. Damn.
Jesus.
I never saw this for
episode title.
Dad. Nazi with a knockoff wife.
You knocked me out with that one. Please don't call the out with that. I was just kidding.
I'm not, but Lord, I kind of want to.
Knock my feet out from underneath me with that one.
That is what a fall from grace. Ladies and gentlemen, all the more reason, as we always say, it costs you nothing to mind your own damn business. Drink your water, mind your business, and don't end up a Nazi with a knockoff ass wife. You don't want these problems.
Don't
want those problems. We're going to end it there, Whitney. This was so much fun. I can't wait to do this again next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Go Eagles. Woo!
Let's go, birds. Bye.